All right, everybody. Welcome to our discussion of early English colonies. As we will see, this is now England sailing across the Atlantic to settle, or at least attempt to settle, North America. So we're no longer talking about Spanish colonies down south in Mexico and Central America, but instead Englishmen coming to North America. The first colony attempted was called Roanoke, and so Point A, in 1585, Queen Elizabeth I gave Sir Walter Raleigh permission to start England's first colony in the New World. And so Sir Walter Raleigh puts together an expedition, sails to North America, and looks for a place to settle, which he calls Roanoke. Point B, Raleigh established a colony on Roanoke Island and named the colony Virginia, though Roanoke Island is today in North Carolina. So that can be a little bit confusing. If you look on the map, go ahead and add Roanoke Island, which should be on the eastern coast of North Carolina. You can see here it's called the Lost Colony, and we'll learn that is because it does not succeed. But put it there on the coast of North Carolina in North America. Point C, as I just mentioned, the colony failed. The colonists went back to England hungry and frustrated. But Raleigh tried again in 1587, making John White the governor of the colony. Things were going pretty well for a while. In 1587, John White's granddaughter, Virginia Dare, became the first English child born in the New World. And so to this day, Virginia Dare is remembered as, for this, the first ever English child born in North America. Just after her birth, White sailed back to England to get more supplies for the colony. John White got hung up in England for a while, but when he returned in 1590, much to his shock, there was nothing left of the colony. White reported that the houses had been taken down. In other words, the colony had not been suddenly attacked or destroyed, but the people, including his own family, had disappeared forever. It is still known to this day as the Lost Colony. The people were just gone, never seen again. There are, of course, many theories of what happened to them or what could have happened to them, but as of now, there is no conclusive proof of whatever happened to the people of the Lost Colony. They were just never seen again, and the colony was a permanent failure. This brings us to Point 2, Jamestown, which becomes England's first successful colony. So Point A, in 1607, 100 colonists settled along the James River in modern-day Virginia. So go ahead and add Jamestown now to your map, a little bit further north of Roanoke on the coast of modern-day Virginia. Point B, the colony and the river were named after King James I. So that's why it's called the James River and Jamestown, both named after King James I, who ruled England after Elizabeth I's death. So Elizabeth had died by now, James had taken over, and so Jamestown is named after him. Point C, of course, the colonists hoped to find gold, but instead suffered from starvation, disease, and the unfamiliar weather. We will see that those two things become themes in North America. A, the colonists do not find gold, and B, a lot of suffering. The suffering is so bad in Jamestown that by the first winter, by January of 1608, only 38 colonists were still alive out of the original 100. The other 62 had died by now. And of course, the colonists never did find any gold, but their luck changed with the discovery of a new and valuable product to send back to Europe, which hopefully you all know is tobacco. In 1614, the first shipment of tobacco was sent to England, and so the colonists finally had a way to make money. This is really what saved English colonies in North America, is they finally had a way to succeed, a way to make money, And this, of course, will lead to more colonists coming to North America and it eventually being colonized by England. So just to wrap it up, point F, Jamestown became the first permanent English settlement in North America. So the way to remember this is Roanoke was the first attempt, but it failed. It became known as the Lost Colony, and then Jamestown becomes the first success, or the first permanent English settlement in North America.